NBA All-Star Weekend 2025. What were your thoughts about the weekend, man? Overall, how you feel about it?
It was solid. It was some good things that happened. You know what I mean? Some exciting things. I feel like it wasn't a complete dud or anything by any means, but it definitely could use some improvements. All in all, at the same time, like it was not perfect at all, but it had some solid moments. You know what I mean? I feel like
Mhm.
the skills competition was cool. You had Chris Paul and Wemby try to cheat the system. You know what I mean? And I ain't mad at that. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at all. And then, the dunk contest, we had Mac McClung do his thing, and that made it exciting. Thank God for Mac. They got to take my boy out the G League every February to make sure the dunk contest talk about something. So Matt McClung did his thing. He made it somewhat exciting. 3-point contest was in, three-point contest. And then, but the All-Star game itself, a lot to be desired. I ain't gonna lie, a lot to be desired. I feel like they tried to hoop though. I will say that. I feel like for the most part they competed a good bit, and that's all we really wanted. But as far as the format goes, it was not the best. So, like I said, not trash, but not great. It was solid, like 6 out of 10 for the whole weekend. 6.5. If I had to give it a rating.
Yeah, I was leaning to a little bit of a 7, mainly because of Mac. I think Mac was what boosted to being a 7. So if it was the regular dunk contest like we usually get, like you said, 6. Like it was cool, but we don't get into Sunday. Sunday's a whole thing. So let's start off with Saturday, man. I'm glad you brought up Wemby and CP. I thought it was hilarious, to be honest with you.
I did too.
Like that was funny, man. For them to sit here and just try to rig the system like that, like I oppose it. Like that's the most CP3 thing possible.
Literally.
Like CP, but according to Draymond, it was Wemby's idea.
I heard that.
You saw that?
Yeah.
So he was like, Wemby was asking around. So you mean to tell me we have to get 3 attempts and that's it? Like we can just shoot the ball 3 times and we're good. Everybody was like, yeah. See, he asked about 5-6 people, so he asked people. He said he might not have asked the right people, but he asked people about it. So I was like, okay, Wemby got a little Chris Paul in him, that competitive edge, looking for any little nook and cranny, finding loopholes in the rules. I feel you, like basketball IQ kicking. I feel you. Okay, I see.
But see, what they should have did, they should at least threw it towards the goal. Like they just kind of tossed it off the rack, and it's like, bro, like what are you doing? If they would at least like threw it up real fast and just like get it close to the goal, they might would have let it slide a little bit because it's like that is technically a shot attempt. But in basketball, to be quite literal, you know what I mean? I don't mean to be that guy, but in basketball, it's not a shot attempt if the ball does not get rim height. You know what I mean? That's a pass. You just turn the ball up. Like they never even threw it close to the rim. So to be technical, they didn't take a shot attempt. They just threw the ball off the rack. Like if they did that in the game, that wouldn't be a shot attempt because it didn't never get to the height of the rim. So that I feel like next year, if they want to, try to be some sneaky again, they got to at least throw it up towards the rim. That's all you had to do. You might would have got off, but doing this, that was not it.
Man, you're gonna see Wemby Palmbo basketball. He's gonna just throw one,
like a Chuck E. Cheese, like arcade game.
Yeah,
for real.
I don't know if Chris Paul hands big enough to do that, but he definitely gonna do some level of that. He probably gonna grab the first one and just start smacking them off the backboard. Like, these are my attempts now. Say something now. Like I'm getting them off.
That would have been good though. You know what I mean? That would have been smart.
Yeah, that's. I thought it was funny, bro. Like folks probably didn't like that. I wasn't trying to stay on social media that heavy, but folks probably didn't like that especially because it was Chris Paul.
Thanks. That's nice.
If it was Wemby and any other player who's just not known for being Chris Paul, I'm like, oh, that's cute. It's kind of funny, especially because it's Wemby. But because it's Chris Paul, like, oh, you gotta hate on him because a lot of people don't like Chris. So I thought it was funny, man. But 3-point contest. I'm gonna be real with you. I had it on, but I didn't like watch it. 'Cause I was just, all right, it's cool. You know, Dame might go 3-peat. I ain't even like try to do like I usually have like the person I think is gonna win it, and then my dark horse pick. I ain't do that this year. It's just like who playing, I mean, who in the contest. All right, cool. And I just let it play. I just cool. You know, I was doing other stuff doing it, so I don't really have too much of an opinion on it. I think it's another dunk. I mean, another 3-point contest.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I thought Dame would probably get the 3-peat. Dame done won the last 2 in a row. But I don't think it helped that Tyler Hero won. Now it's like Tyler Hero. Like Tyler Hero cool, but you know, we ain't checking for Tyler Hero like that. But yeah, 3-point contest was just 3-point contest. I think it hurt them that they couldn't get Sabrina again like they did last year. Remember, they got Sabrina and Steph to shoot at the end. They weren't part of the actual 3-point contest, but after the 3-point contest, they just got them to shoot a 3-point contest with just each other against each other. And that was big with people for a little minute. You know, that was pretty exciting to watch because everybody was like, oh, man, the best female shooter versus the best shooter and stuff like that. And Sabrina was close. Like, she would have beat a lot of the competition in the regular 3-point contest. You know what I mean? So, that was cool. But then, like, I forgot what happened, but for some reason, she couldn't do it this year. And so then we just had the regular 3-point contest again. So I think when that happened, I think people kind of tuned out a little bit because you know you give somebody an inch, they take a mile. You know what I mean? They had the Sabrina Steph last year, and it was great. And then the next year it goes back to the same old thing, and it's like, oh, well, I mean, 3-point contest. So like, so that'd be the thing, man. Like, it just you get something good, and it makes the event really special. Then the next year it goes back to regular, and people ain't as excited. So maybe next year they can get her again, Caitlin Clark or somebody. We'll see.
I think Caitlin gonna be in there because she said she want to do W's first, and of course, if she wants to do it, she's gonna get the opportunity because why not? You know, so, arguably the best shooter. It's between her and probably Sabrina's like name and game wise the best 3-point shooter. You got a couple other ladies that can really shoot the ball. Leah Quigley's up there, but
that deep ball,
a handful of other. Yeah, she got that one. Like, they got that one. Like them the top 2. But I think next year's NBA contest will be the one where you get that duo of like either Steph and Dame, Steph and Clay versus Caitlin and Sabrina, something like that. So, you know, we'll see 2026 what happens. You know, shout out to the W, what they got going on. So we need y'all help because they're struggling. It wasn't struggling, but it just wasn't.
It wasn't what it
same level of sight. Yeah, so we'll see what 2026 have. But now to the main course of what happened Saturday. The boy Mac.
Yeah, shout out to Mac, man. 3 in a row.
The boy came out with a 3-piece on him, man. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and start off with it like this. I think Mac had one of the best performances of all time. So not saying that's the greatest contest, but I think his performance, like if you just made clips of his dunks and put them up against other people's dunks, not the best. I don't think it was the best, but it's definitely top 5. I'm gonna just leave a little wiggle room. I'm gonna say top 5 performances in dunk contest history.
I think you'll get a lot of pushback on that with the Jordan, Dr. J, cult.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
Because, you got the 2016 Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon. Those are 2 of the best performances ever in the same dunk contest. Then, you go back to the Dwight Howards, the Nate Robinsons. Man, you keep going to, Vince Carter, obviously. Tracy McGrady was up there. You got Spud Webb, then, Dominique. It's so many guys. You can go down the list, so I don't know. But Matt definitely had a great performance. Just for him, singularly, had a great performance. And the most impressive thing about it was that he finished every first dunk attempt he had. That's the most impressive part. Like, he never missed. And that adds to your value of like the dunk, because it's like, man, like just seeing it for the first time and you make it gives you that shock value of like, yo, what did he just do? Like that was crazy. But when
Mm-hmm.
you miss, it's like, I see what he's going for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Mac never misses in his dunk contest. You know what I mean? So that part of it alone gives him that little extra boost. Of it was one of the best performances ever.
Yeah, for sure. I think VC has like this allure, and I'm trying to be careful on how I say this. I'm not trying to tear down VC.
I hope not.
But I think no, because that's still probably that might be number one still. Like I'm feeling very comfortable saying that. That's definitely one, if not two. So VC is all time greatest. And then you gotta, like you said, you gotta look at Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine, Dwight and Nate, as far as like the greatest performances. But I think VC lives up to like, it's almost like when we talk about Jordan as a basketball player. And it's like, dang, that's the level of fandom that one contest has. And I think the only part that sucks about that contest is that we don't respect T-Mac. And it's like, he had a hell of a dunk contest too. It's just you went up against like it's like Clyde was a great player, bro. You could hoop. But you in the same era as Jordan. It's tough. Karl Malone, John Stockton, y'all cool. But you just going against Jordan. You gotta take second place. There's no option. So Trace McGrady doing his contest, no, you did great. Kudos to you. But you see what Vince Carter did. And it's like, sorry, man. So I think that's what Vince Carter is as far as like that level of just greatness of what that performance was. So, but I think Mac is up there, man. Like I think I can say top 5. Like it's up there in the Vince Carter 2016 world of like performances. I think we can go dunk for dunk and be like, and I have to go back and look at which year for Mac McClung exactly probably his best or one of his best dunks. But I feel comfortable saying one of these 3 years you can put in the top 5 performances of all time for sure.
I don't know about one of the like whole performances, but Saturday night the dunk over the car, one of the best dunks ever. Like, cause this man jumped over the car, over the roof of the car. Cause like when Blake Griffin jumped over the kill, this was also a kill, but when Griffin jumped over the kill, he jumped over the hood of the car, which is still impressive. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to feel like I'm taken away from that. That was crazy at the time, especially. We was mind blown when Blake did that. That's another one of the great dunk contests. I forgot about Blake, but that was impressive by itself. Mac jumped over the hood of the car. So you talk about an extra, like, I don't know how many inches or whatever, like, that's higher.
Probably about a foot.
You know what I'm saying? That's a lot harder. Then you think about the takeoff, how high you got to get on the takeoff to get over the hood of the car and swing over the goal, you know what I mean, over the whole car. So that one dunk specifically, like you said, I can't think about the whole 3 dunk contests he had, but that one dunk, that would have got him a win in any dunk contest ever. I don't care which one you talking about, like even 2016, whatever. Doing that, he would have been in the mix, at least. Even if he didn't win, they were going back to back, band for band with the 50s. He would have been in them 50s if he would have pulled that out against them guys. So that's why, like, I can go for what you're saying. I just can't think about every dunk contest he had so far. But that dunk for sure, any given year winning the dunk contest. That was crazy.
Yeah, it's like, it's so many small things that had to go right for him to get that dunk right. And he did it. Because you got to think, too, like we said, he doesn't do 2 attempts. Like, it's no 2 attempts with Mac. It is one and done. So for him to pull that off with the only thing he had to do was get his homeboy, like, straightened up in the right spot. Because, like, you jumping over a car.
Yeah.
You jumping over a car, bro. So, like, I need you as close as perfect as possible.
Right.
So if you clip me the wrong way, it's tough. So it's little room for error when you're talking about jumping over the entire vehicle, trying to catch this the right way. So it was crazy, bro. Like I have to sit back and really think about. I have to go through his contest and see like which contest I want to put up there. But I feel comfortable saying at least we could say his performance is at worst top 10, but I'm pushing it saying top 5.
Yeah, it's in the mix.
I feel comfortable saying top 5. So like,
Top
yes,
3.
Vince Carter.
Top 7. Top 7. Let's just give myself some wiggle room. Top 7. Top 7.
I'm gonna say top 5. I'm gonna say top 5. I'm gonna put myself as saying top 5 because respecting Nate Robinson, what he did was crazy too. Dwight Howard's ones were cool. I think we kind of talked about this before, but one of the most underrated performers was Gerald Green
For sure.
of all time. He's up there.
For sure.
Because we talked about it before. The cupcake blowout one was tough.
Didn't get the respect
He had
deserved
some
in the moment.
Yeah, so because I think we just didn't. A lot of people couldn't fathom how tough that was, but it took a little bit of history to be like, like your head has to be at minimum rim level just to make that work.
You gotta literally
like not
get
even
his
eye
whole
level
face close to the rim.
Like my head, not my eye level. Folks look at it and I'm eye to eye with the rim. No, he had to get his head to get up here because he had to blow it out and then dunk. So I think folks look for him to blow it out and go between the legs. Like, no, bro. Like, I don't think that's even humanly possible for me to jump that high and have the energy to kind of go between two. Like, if somebody do that, then kudos to you. But that's a tough dunk. So, man, that's tough, man. I gotta go back and watch Blake's. And we did knock him a little bit because he jumped over the hood versus the actual car. But then he's like young Blake Griffin, and he like, man, I got a contract, I got a career to live out to. I'm pretty sure I think he might have slightly wanted to. People above him was like, bro, don't do that. We didn't even allow you to do that. Stop playing.
Bro,
don't play with my money.
Folks don't understand the degree of danger he putting himself in jumping over a car. Like, because if he mess around and don't jump high enough and clip the car, he's falling on the car. Like, there is no bracing yourself for that. You only have time because you jumped the wrong way or whatever, and you finna hit the ground. You could at least like brace yourself to hit the ground, something like that. You get clipped by that car, you finna flip. Like, folks don't think about like that was dangerous. And then for Mac to jump over the hood, the roof, that's even more dangerous because that's even higher. Like if his feet would have just got clipped in the air, that's it, bro. He's flipping over that car. There's nothing that could catch him or nothing. So that part of it, like the degree of danger they put themselves in for the dunk contest is part of what makes it so insane because it's like, yo, they could have really got messed up doing that.
Yeah. So
man.
That one is crazy, man. But the most BS part about the whole contest was Ja.
Oh, like, after the fact.
Why? You're not finna do it, bro. Why didn't put that out there? I can't stand that, bro.
Brothers.
And then he gonna rope
Giannis.
Zach into it too.
Yeah, Giannis and Zach.
Oh, Giannis put himself into it. Yeah. He was like Zach and A just running back. And Giannis like, man, if y'all do it, I'm doing it. Giannis, you had like 4 tries, bro.
Thanks.
You're not doing it now. Like, you're done. You're not finna go back down.
Nah, we cool on Giannis anyway. I ain't gonna lie. Giannis too tall to make it impressive.
I don't even think he has it in him to make a good contest at this point.
Yeah, it is. He's not in game, obviously amazing, but as long as his arms is and how tall he is, any dunk he does is gonna look like almost too easy. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have to jump super high. Like, not that he can't jump high, but when you got a wingspan like he is, like, everything he does is gonna be like, I mean, that was cool. But then somebody 6'4" does it, and it's like, yo, like, you know what I mean? It's not a knock on his dunking ability, but it's just that's how he is. Like, Dwight Howard was 7 foot and had great dunk contests, obviously. But Dwight could really jump. Dwight was jumping from dang near the free throw line and then touching the backboard and putting a sticker up there and the sticker halfway up the back. You know what I mean? Stuff that really show how high he could get in the air. I just don't know if Giannis got that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch his old dunk contest stuff. But the thing too is that was skinny Giannis.
yeah,
This is yoked Giannis. Like I'm in here, boy. Like cause the dog in me Giannis. Like
that's good for the game, brother. But dunk contest gonna
not
be
for dunk
sad. Yeah, I remember.
So I got to go back and watch his old stuff.
Yeah,
I don't remember I remember he was in it, but I don't remember what dunks he did or nothing. I know he didn't win.
I remember one of them was like he did like a full like arm length windmill and dunked it, and it was tough. That's tough, but I feel like for a dunk contest, like it's nice, but in a dunk contest you gonna get a 7 or 8. In game, you be like, yo, he just windmill, like, cause it was like full length. And, he got long arms.
Mm-hmm.
He did like a full arm length windmill, and it was tough. But it's just like in a dunk contest, we really want to show off the athleticism and creativity. And you like, of course, he is athletic, but like for somebody smaller, dunking is obviously going to have the advantage. So, like you said, Zach LaVine, give me Aaron Gordon, John Morant. I do feel like Ja is, it's probably cap, but I would love to see Ja in it. Ja would definitely get the hype going around it, even if Zach and AG don't.
I think his name would bring hype, but I don't know how great of a contest dunker he would be. Like, yes, he's athletic, and yes, he has capabilities, but I don't know what level of creativity he has. Because that's the other piece. Like, you can be athletic and physically be able to do stuff, but that don't mean have the creativity be like, oh, let me do all this extra stuff too. Because once again, he is a superstar, so I don't know the lengths he's willing to go, and they wouldn't let him go to make a great contest. Because if you look at the history, man, most of the great names that are in the in the dunk contest, they're like on the way up to doing it, and once they reach that point, they're not doing no more. Like, look at everybody like Jordan wasn't the man in '87 and '88. Kobe wasn't the man in '98 or '97 when he won it. VC was the closest thing we had to a superstar doing it, but that helped his rise to being up there.
Sure.
Paul George was the man before he did it. Like, everybody was on the way up. Once they become, like all-star, they can clock it.
Yeah.
Superstar level or like superstar-ish level, like consistent all-star, boys ain't doing that no more. So Ja, just on that trajectory and timeline, nah, bro. Like, Zach LaVine is a perfect example. Look at him in 16 and look at him now. Two different people, two different games, two different bodies. Zach probably ain't think about that no more, bro. I'm trying to win a championship, bro. I'm trying to be on a contender. So,
but
I don't know if Ja doing it.
It's funny though. I heard an interesting opinion about that. Like them guys doing the dunk contest, not Zach LaVine, but like John Morant and them. They were saying like a guy like John Morant or Zion Williamson, who could really kind of use good publicity right now, not necessarily right now, but for their image, they could use that little good positive boost. They might want to consider doing it. Like, and when I ain't never thought about it like that, but that was absolutely right. Like, Ja Morant and Zion, like, Ja does not have the same hype and juice that he once had before his, his issues off the court. And Zion Williamson, obviously, is kind of the same way. He had his issues off the court as well, but like, he doesn't play a lot, obviously, and the injuries, all that good stuff. We get it. But they could really use the event for that positive, good limelight to gain some more fans, to get back into the hearts and the minds of fans who haven't really been seeing them as much. So they could really use it. And, people have been talking about Ja and Zion doing it for years, since they've been in the league. They might really want to consider doing that. Just being real. Just so people can see them in a good, positive light outside of just playing the games. Because they could be hooping. Ja plays very well. The Grizzlies are a decent team. Zion plays when he plays. The Pelicans trash. So people ain't really checking for them like that no more, man. They still, like, obviously got star name power. But for both of them, the juice ain't the same. So that dunk contest could be the way back into America's heart, man. Just think about it. Like, just saying, man. Like y'all both, obviously are not having issues or nothing like that, and off the court or anything right now, and that's all great. But to get that height back, just saying, you might want to think about it. And neither one of y'all in the All-Star game, neither. Like, I ain't gonna say whether that's wrong or right, but hey, neither one of y'all in the All-Star game and haven't been the last couple of years. Just think about it. You know what I mean? You get the juice back. Just think about it.
Yeah, I think Zion said he wasn't going to perform in a dunk contest until he got an All-Star too. And so I think you might have to renege on that offer, boy, because
you want to flip it around, brother. Because think about
that can help, like you said.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but think about it. You, Zion Williamson, you want to be an All-Star. You talking about, you don't want to do it till you get one. Think about if you announced, like, in December, like, yeah, bro, I'm going to do the dunk contest this year. You don't think that's going to get you some votes? People going to be like, oh, Zion doing the dunk contest, especially if you have been playing throughout the season for the most part. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you've been having a decent season, whatever, and in December, you like, yo, I'm doing the dunk contest. If I'm healthy, I'm doing it. I'm in it. That's going to get you some votes. That's going to get you buzzing a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, just think about it, dog. Don't renege on it either and be like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, dude, like, this is the way, bro. Who are y'all PR people, man? Call me. Because this is how you get back into the minds of people. Like, y'all had them shoes come out, man, and then he got in some trouble, and ain't seen no shoes from him since, ain't seen no commercials from him since. Nothing. He's not on people's minds no more. You know what I mean? Like, come on, y'all. Like, this is it. This is the way, because it's not that many, other than the playoffs and Christmas Day, there's not a lot of times for an NBA player to just jump into the screen. You know what I mean? For America to really have eyes on them and only them is All-Star Weekend, the playoffs, and then I guess the Olympics. And that's only every 4 years. Those are the only times where people in America gonna really have all eyes on you and your team. So just think about it, Ja. Think about it, Zion. Y'all could use that. Y'all could really use that. So, but yeah, that would be great to see them next year for sure.
And I think about this too, like a big complaint about the dunk contest is that we don't see the stars in it anymore. And I get what people are saying, but the level of stars that we're looking to have, they're not dunkers anymore. The athleticism has taken a slight step back to the skill level. Part of it is because we've seen a lot of more Euro players and a lot of non-American players take over the game some, and they're not known for their athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
And so, just look at the roster from this year, right? Just like, I'm not saying these are the top 10, but like people who say top 10: Steph Curry, KD, James Harden at one point, Bron, Tatum, Anthony Davis when healthy, Anthony Edwards, SGA, Joker, Trae Young, Wemby, and Giannis. Who's dunking? Out of that group, who would you consider dunking to be like, man, I love to see him in a dunk contest? LeBron's the only person that we look at and say, maybe young James Harden, but nobody else on that list is like dunkers. Luka, he won an All-Star, but he's up there. No top 10 player is dunking like that. I mean, Ant-Man is, but I don't think he's a dunk contest dunker. He's just an in-game dunker. So I don't even think like the most of the stars that we look at to be like, you need the big names back in the contest. Who's the big name we're going to have that can actually perform? Rest of them are the guys on the way up. Like Ja and Zion are the biggest names you're going to have as far as name, game, and dunk contest worthy type of people. So I don't think we're going to see the guys being in a dunk contest. Ant-Man can dunk, but he's an in-game dunker. I don't think he's going to be doing that crazy in the NBA dunk contest. Because what can he do that we haven't seen before?
Yeah.
I don't know. So I don't think we're going to see the big names in there. unless Zion jumps in, like you said. So I think we got to like recalibrate of what our expectations are as far as like, oh, the big names need to get back in there. Who's the big name? Jaylen Brown?
His dunk contest
He
was
ain't the biggest
terrible.
name.
You don't remember that?
That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
That's a whole other conversation.
He part of the problem.
Yeah, just looking at it like Donovan Mitchell, man. Like I'm looking at people who are all stars but could
Donovan
be
Mitchell did it one
contest
year,
worthy.
didn't he? Or am I tripping?
He did.
Yeah.
He. I don't think he was amazing either. I mean, he did solid. I don't think he was amazing. Jalen Williams, Evan Mobley, maybe Cade Cunningham. I doubt it, but maybe Cade Cunningham. Dame had it that year. It was a terrible idea, but whatever. But Dame, I think that's the year he won his. I think he did it twice.
That was the 3-on-3 whatever dunk contest win. Yeah, so we can't. I don't even count that for real.
But yeah, like I think we gotta stop saying, "Oh, the big names to get into it." Who are the big names? Run through your All-Star team and tell me who's the big name that can
the big
have
name
the name
dunker.
in. Yeah, like who is it? Like we gotta stop saying that, man. Just take who we can get at this point. Like just keep running back until he says no. Try to get Zach LaVine back in it and just push John Zion and then hope for the best. So just keep going for like that next wave of like a Jalen Williams who can just keep being like the big name guy on the come up, and at some point he'll be a big name because that's the trajectory we've always seen. Like we don't see any big names that can actually perform with a good contest on too.
Yeah, it's tough, man. You're right. It ain't no guys like that right now. It just also superstars. So that's part of the issue. People want the names in it, but if the names get in there and don't perform well, what we gonna say then? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of them things. But I ain't gonna lie to you though, boy. If I'm Mac McClung, I'm taxing if the league asks me to come back. Because he got 3 in a row. The winner of the dunk contest get like a couple $100K or something like that, or maybe it's like $800K, something like a couple thousand, which is money for Mac McClung because he on 2-way deals and G League contracts. I'm sure he got plenty off the court endorsements and stuff, but probably not as much nowadays because he ain't in people's face like that. But if I'm him, Adam Silver make that phone call like, yeah, man, yeah, back. We want you to do dunk contest again. I need a meal. I need a meal ticket. And if I win, you can give me the little $100K. If I lose, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I need a meal ticket. I'm not coming back to save y'all dunk contest every year. And y'all keep giving me $100K. And that's like how much I make on my contract. Like that's like probably how much he get on his whole contract. Like, nah,
I think I saw what he made in one night was equal to his whole contract.
Exactly. I need star money if y'all gonna keep bringing me here to save the dunk contest. If not, roll out there with them 3 guys that don't nobody know, and y'all make it work. I'm not doing it no more. Like he could have did it this year for real because they literally be pulling this man up from the G League. Like, yeah, Mac, let's do it, man. Dunk contest. They probably be hyping it up like, yeah, Mac McClung, let's do it, boy. My boy Mac McClung. And then when it's over, like, all right, Mac, appreciate you. Then he just go back to playing in the G. Like, no, bro, I'm not doing that no more. I need a meal ticket. Who your agent is, Mac? Like, a meal ticket at the least. I'm not doing it for nothing less. Because I need to set myself up for the future. He made good money. Don't get me wrong. 6 figures is great for the average person. But for him to be playing NBA basketball and to literally, quite literally, be carrying an NBA All-Star event on his shoulders, making 6 figures ain't enough. That's not enough, bro. It's like, I get it. That's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. But that's not enough for what he's doing for the league. He's doing something for the league at this point. Because, like, Matt McClung is not a guy that's going to, like I said, for Zion, I need to just announce in December. Matt McClung ain't a guy to be like, yeah, man, I'm doing a dunk contest this year. No, like, nobody's checking for that. You know what I mean? He is somebody they're going to call. Like, hey, Matt, you want to do it this year, man? We need you again. We love to have you. I need a meal, Mr. Silver. I'm not doing it for none less. Matter of fact, call my agent. Don't call me till y'all get the deal done. Call my agent right now. Don't call me until it's over. Like, I'm not doing it for none less. I promise you. Because, like, it's just not enough. It's not enough for what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Like, if I'm him, this is my business side kicking in. I need upfront, and I need a piece of the pie. Meaning, I need 10%. Whatever y'all make from this contest, I need 10%. So YouTube streams, 10%. Whatever y'all selling online, 10%. I need that type of cut too, because like it's one thing to like perform and do well. It's another thing to be the reason this is doing well.
Exactly.
Like the last 3 contests, if you took Mac out of the contest,
lackluster.
We ain't looking at dunk contest the same. We ain't looking at the same, boy. Like even Stephon Castle, good performance. He would have won if it weren't for Mac. But we ain't looking at the contest. It's like, oh man, we're not talking about it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're not. We would have skipped out. We would have talked about the way we did 3-point contest. Another average year of the dunk contest. The dunk was cool. That was a good performance from him. All right, now to the All-Star game. We ain't doing that if it ain't for Mac. So if I'm Mac, hey, I need 1.5 at minimum up front just to get me to compete. And if I win, double that. I need 3. Forget whatever y'all had before. Cause think about how much. Forget the whole weekend. Just off the dunk contest, how much they're making.
Come on, man.
And Mac is a huge reason for that. So I need that level of money. I need at least 3, and that's chump change for them, bro. Y'all probably buying $300 million just off of that. So like me getting 3 off of the $10 million y'all just got, light work for y'all. I don't hear nothing. So for me to come back and like at this point, what does he have to gain? He already won. He's the first person to get 3 wins.
Literally.
Like what more does he have to gain from this? Really, like it's getting a 1% boost now at this point. Unless he just get a contract, that's negotiable. Hey man, I need a contract, bro. Give me some NBA type money. Like I can still be a 2A player, but I need my contract to be like I'm in the NBA. I don't care if I'm in the bench. Like Bronny, I ain't gonna use Bronny because I ain't trying to throw shade, but like the
rookies,
the rookies, I need to see a meal on my contract for what I'm getting. Whoever, what's your boy name from the Hawks? The rookie, Sar.
Yeah.
What does his contract look like? I need someone in that ballpark.
That first round money, lottery money.
I need lottery money on my contract. And I'll hoop. I think he still want to hoop. So like I'll be in the G League, but I need that level of money right now. If we can do that, we can do something. But
like
I ain't running back for nothing.
Like, nah, bro, y'all ain't gonna keep calling me to carry this event. I'm not. Not. I need more bread, dog. Cause like, bro, and then it's getting taxed and all that. Ain't no telling how much he taking home after taxes. And I know, bro. I need more. What's really gonna help him, and it might sound counterintuitive, but it's gonna help him. If Ja Morant and them say, like, let's say they lock in for real and really want to do it, and they say, and Josh say, hey man, I'm in the dunk contest this year, and Zion like, man, me too, whatever. All he needs is like 2 guys like that. Now, if Ja, Zion, Zach LaVine, and Aaron Gordon all be like, man, we all gonna do it, now then you know it's hard. But if only like Ja and Zion or whatever say, yeah, man, I'm doing the dunk contest this year, Matt got a lot of leverage. Because now it's like we can have all 3 of these guys. We got the returning champ, Zion and Ja gonna show up to challenge him. And Matt could be the one to be like, nah, I need this. And then if they don't give it to him, he can say that. He could be like, yeah, man, I asked the league to pay me what I'm worth, and they ain't want to do it. So that's an indictment on the league. You know what I mean? He got leverage. Like, you the 3-time champ, brother. You got leverage. Only for this month of the year, you got leverage. Any other time, boy, you might be out the league, boy. But you got the leverage, man. I'm telling you, man. And it worked the same way if nobody enters. Like, if none of the stars say they want to do it, and you get back to Stephon Castle and, you know, a bunch of other no-name guys, they need Mac. They gonna call Mac once again. And Mac can make that he can use that, bro. I'm just saying, like, Mac, tell you, hey, how your people call my people, bro. Y'all need to make some shape. Don't do that jump for no minimum again, dog. I'm just saying.
Yeah, man. So that's another business game, man. They ain't cutting us no contract. They ain't cutting us no deals, man. We need a meal ticket too over here,
I'm
man. That's
trying to
another
tell you.
idea.
I gotta eat too.
But nah, man. Let's go to Sunday, man. Ooh, man, Sunday All-Star game. What are your thoughts around that?
But it ain't it. I ain't gonna lie to you. It ain't it. Yeah, I think it was a good idea. Maybe they need to go up to more points. I score more points than 40. It was a good idea, but it wasn't it. Yeah, like, it was too many commercial breaks. Like,
Boy, let's stop right there. Let's stop right there.
for starters.
First off, why do we have 5 halftime shows? Stop it. Stop it. First off, Mr. Beast thing was way too long. Like, dude, that should have been a 2-minute segment and done. Then the shout out to the Bay Area music and what they did there. That was cool. I think that was like the halftime show concept thing. But then it stopped, and it was the shout out to TNT, and then it stopped, and they showed this, and it stopped. Stop, bro. Like after every game, we don't have to do all this, and every time I went, like, stop, bro. They did way too much, and it's funny because it was almost hypocritical because they just want the players to hoop. We don't have to do it so the players won't hoop. You hurting the game more, bro, because you got 15 halftime shows. Like, bro, we trying to see them hoop, and you doing this, trying to hoop, and then you got that. Like, I understand you want to fill in the money at the same time, still get the value what you would have got with a halftime, but that was too much, bro. It was too much stop and go with the game because my flow of wanting to watch the game is now being interrupted for 15 minutes because I want to do this another halftime show. Like, come on, bro. Like, either keep doing the segments, but make them smaller, but that was just too much stop and go, man. Like, you're trying to hezzy off at every little break y'all got to make some money. And it's like, just go.
And I get y'all got to get the commercials off the business side. I get that, but it was just too much for the fans to enjoy. And it was like, I seen people saying we got more Kevin Hart than basketball.
Man.
And like everybody love Kevin Hart, man. Don't get me wrong, but it was just too much, dog. They gotta do a little better on that side of things. It's just we really like at the end of the day, we came to see these guys hoop, man. That's all we really care about.
Mm-hmm.
And the extra theatrics is just it's taken away from the actual game. So we gotta do a little bit better. Like I ain't too mad about the tournament format thing. I'm not too upset about that. But we gotta go about it a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm not. At first, I wasn't feeling the format. I wasn't a big fan of it, but then I was like, let's just see. And I saw it, and I don't love it still. I think there's a step in the right direction, but I think there's a way to tweak it because number one, I think I dislike it the most because you get like let's say Steph and them would have lost the OGs.
Yeah.
You would have had one game of like 8 minutes of seeing Steph hoop. Like really? That's what you want to have? So that's where it's a little weird because you would have had somebody who balled out this year, and that's their one All-Star game chance. Like Jalen Williams, for example, Cade Cunningham. Not to say this is the only chance, but somebody like that who like this is my one All-Star chance, and this is what I get. I ain't liking that. Somebody like Steph, that's 11, bro. What is it? All good. You know, one of many that I've had. James Harden? I got too many. This one was trash. Whatever. The rest of them was cool. So for that person who is their one and only one, or one of two, that sucks for them, man. I'm playing 5 minutes in my All-Star game like that. I hate that, man. I don't do that to me. So that's why I dislike it. And then to go at Draymond's point, like you won't see somebody go off for 50. You won't see the 30 ball no more because you only going to 40 points. So if we're going to 40 with that format, it's like, what do I gain? Like, how can I achieve greatness? And it is somewhat of a selfish point, but in player, like I'm thinking about Draymond's perspective as a player. Like, I want to go after that. I want to fight for a chance to win MVP. I want to say I dropped a 30 ball in the All-Star game. I matched up against Bron and gained the business when we matched up. Like, is Bron playing real defense? Probably not, but still, it's like there's a level of player pride that you want to have. And the way this format is, you strip some of that off. Like, yes, it was a little more competitive as far as the offensive intensity. The defense still wasn't there like people want to have. So it was a little more intense because it was like, this team got 30. 35. Okay, 37. Oh, they're coming back now. They got 28. Oh, they got 30. Oh, okay, hit 3 ball. 40 to 28 or whatever score. Like, all right, cool. But was this game still that much more competitive than last year? Not really. Just a little bit. So I don't love the format, but I think it's in the right direction.
Yeah, but the score game, playing to a certain score, it gives a crunch time feeling for the game. You get like we only going to 40, so we can't mess around and let guys just score and we mess around and be down 30. It'd be 35-25, like you said. Like, so it's supposed to give like a sense of like urgency. You know what I mean? Now we got to play a little bit of defense, or we'll be behind if we ain't also just making shots. Because at the end of the day, both teams want to win, but we also want to hoop and chill, but we also want to win. That's kind of how it goes, and that's why you see guys pick it up in the fourth quarter most years. So this is supposed to get set up like a sense of like it's the fourth quarter right now. So y'all got to hoop right now. It's just like when you go to play pickup and y'all only go to 11 or 24 or whatever y'all do, 16. You know what I mean? So then when you in these settings, it's the fourth quarter right now. We playing to 8 buckets or whatever it is. Now going to 40 is 22s or 5 threes and 15, whatever you want to call it. That is that's still a fourth quarter for the NBA. So that's kind of the sense they was trying to put into it. Like, okay, y'all got to hoop from the jump, or you gonna lose. And to quote, I mean not to quote, but to go back to what Draymond was saying, to go back to his quote about how he just had all these complaints about it, and like you said, not being able to drop 50 in an All-Star game, and when the OGs lose and stuff. Now we only get a couple minutes of Steph or whatever, all that good stuff. I cannot lie. I completely agree with Charles Barkley.
I was going to go there next,
Yeah. Chuck said, if you didn't see, Chuck said, I don't know why Draymond doing all this complaining. It was his generation that messed the game up. They doing anything to get these guys to come out here and play hard. Y'all did that. Y'all messed the game up. No, did nobody make y'all do that? Y'all don't play hard. So now we doing anything we can to make guys play and to make the game interesting and fun to watch for fans. So don't complain when stuff ain't how you want it to be. And that's real. Y'all won't hoop. Y'all was not trying to hoop. So now we trying to make a setting to where, okay, you got to hoop from the jump or you going to lose. Now, if y'all okay with losing, that's different. Like, okay, just go out there and lose. And now you only play, like you said, 8 minutes All-Star game. But at least then we ain't got to watch it. Like, okay, y'all ain't trying to hoop. You got 8 minutes. These young boys going to tear y'all up because they happy to be here. And that's another thing. The young boys happy to be here. Like you said, if this is my first All-Star game, second All-Star game, or if I'm on the Rising Stars team, they got to play against OGs or whatever, I'm happy to be here. I'm finna hoop. Because this is my time to shine. Like, God knows if I get another. You know what I mean? Like you said, Steph, this 11. James Harden, this probably 10, whatever, 9, 10. KD, this was like his 13th, 14th. These other guys, J-Dub, this is his first one. Victor Wembanyama, this is his first one. The Rising Stars guys, they not even All-Stars. They just got to be part of Sunday because of the Rising Stars game. They won the Rising Stars game. They want to be here. Y'all act like y'all don't. So why they gotta get y'all? Why they gotta treat y'all like y'all is just so deserving to be here? Y'all don't want to be here. Y'all don't want to hoop. Y'all just want to show up and BS around and put shots up. And I get it. I'm a hooper. I don't want to get hurt in no meaningless game either, especially middle of the year. But that's not going to stop me from competing. You know what I mean? Like I might not play super physical defense, whatever. I'm not trying to block nobody dunk, but I'm also not gonna let nobody blow by me for nothing. Like, I'm not gonna let nobody blow by me just get a dunk or get a layup just cause. You know what I mean? And that's my whole point. Like, y'all don't want to hoop. These young boys want to. So either y'all come out here and hoop, or they gonna win and y'all only get 8 minutes of All Star Sunday, and we get y'all up out of here so we ain't gotta watch. Now I know it's gonna be fans that want to see Steph, want to see KD, all that good stuff. Of course, I want to see that. But if they ain't trying to hoop, get them out of here. It's okay. Get them out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get Dalton Connect and Stephon Castle in them, and let them hoop because they want to play. And so I'm not here for the complaints from the players. I'm not with that. I don't care because I also don't want to watch a All-Star game full of threes and BS shots and lobs. Like, I want to see y'all hoop a little bit. Of course, I want to see some highlights, but I want to see y'all hoop a little bit. The highlights gonna be there because y'all are who y'all are. Just hoop, bro. Just
But
hoop.
at this point, it's going to have to be drastic measures. And bear with me when I say it. So I'm gonna go back to a point I had before. Give me the mullet, where it's part is a reverse mullet. It's party in the front. That you can have all the cute All-Star game stuff, nobody get hurt, whatever. Second half, we hooping. That's simple. So you can get all the little, like Steph Curry do his half court shot, then him and Dan going back and forth. Cool. Y'all want to have the little lobs in there. Cool. First half, a 10-minute clock don't stop type of first half. Like just go ahead and get out the way. Now, second half, we hooping. Like we want to actually compete. Let's do what we gotta do, like that type of stuff. So we can get everybody has the best of both worlds. So everybody can go out there. You can have your Dirks and your Tim Duncans where like, I mean, you got 15, 16, but you ain't really hooping like that. So, like, kudos to you. You can get your minutes in. You can get up and down the court, get a couple shots, because that's what we want to do. Show you love and respect. Salute to you. Second half, you ain't hooping, bro. Like, show face first half, second half, we hooping. So that's where you see Wemby. Wemby one of them dudes who, like, he got that Westbrook mentality. Like, I'm hooping.
Trying to win.
Get what y'all doing. I'm hooping. I want to win. I want to compete. But I think he has a good balance of, like, because you heard him tell a joke. He was like, look, I'm just running. So if you want to throw it, I'm running. Like, I'm doing my thing. He checking a little defense. He playing his thing, but he ain't the presence yet or the he ain't got it in him yet to just be like, we hooping. He ain't there yet. Like, if LeBron came out there and started hooping, and he ain't play either, but if LeBron came out there and was really playing, everybody else would have been like, oh, what's time we on? That what we doing? Bet. I got you. Okay. Excuse me, King James. Let's go hoop now. So give Wemby a little time. He gonna be that presence, but I think we're gonna have to go drastic measures to where either A, and we've seen this all the time, make it count. So if you don't want to hoop to where it don't count, all right, cool, we can make it count. This is where the whole theory of finals time come. Whoever won the All-Star game gets that nod, and it's gonna, that's the regular measure. But it's like, all right, cool. This is me being super dramatic here. We gonna give you All-Star acknowledgement, but you're not playing in the game. So cool, LeBron, you got your All-Star, but you're not playing in the game no more. You're not hooping for what? We gonna have another All-Star game, and it's gonna be matter of fact, forget that. Rising Star Challenge is gonna be the Sunday game. That simple. We're gonna have the young boys who want to hoop, and Rising Star Challenge is gonna be the Sunday game. Because for what? Y'all don't want to compete, so here, get your 20th All-Star nod, but you ain't hooping no more. It's gonna have to be that dramatic because, like, what's the point of us doing all this for y'all to come out here and just give us layup lines? Because, like, I think it's so common knowledge that everybody does not want to see that they have to have some level of, like, understanding that, bro, we're tired of this. Like, we don't want to watch that, bro. Like, this is the fan of me speaking now. As a player, I get it, bro. You don't want to hoop hard, get hurt, I understand. But the NBA gonna have to be drastic and like, all right, we canceling the All-Star game. You get your little acknowledgement, but Sunday's done. Because at this point, the players don't care. They're about their money and about not getting hurt. But you know what's stupid, bro? And why that whole argument is so dumb? Go to a UCLA run. Go to a Rico Hines run.
They going hard.
This is more meaningless than the All-Star game. This is like less meaning than the All-Star game. The All-Star game has a slight level of impact to your legacy, but you're hooping harder there. Make that make sense to me. It's just pride and ego of not wanting to go out there and get embarrassed, but that's why a one-on-one thing won't work because it's not going to be done. So it's gonna have to be dramatic. It'd be like, cool, you get your little All-Star now, but we ain't having a game this year. Guarantee the NBA cancel it for a year. Guarantee you'll see a difference. I put money on that, bro. Like guarantee. Oh, we ain't having a game this year. Now what?
Y'all to be sick.
Boy, you talking about you talking about rioting? You know how much money? Like you losing money off of that now. Matter of fact, you don't even get your acknowledgement, bro, because that's money for them too. You don't get no. We just canceling everything about All Star after Saturday. You can have a dunk contest, 3-point contest, rising star, skills challenge. We're not doing an All Star Sunday. That'll be sick then, cause like that's frustrating for the fans, man. You know how many people pay money that they don't have like that to go see them? Like that's a lot for fans, bro. Cause we grew up watching, Jordan, them, Kobe. Like that's one of the biggest events in NBA. And y'all just come out here BSing, bro. Like that's frustrating, man. So let them mess around and be like, all right, cool. We ain't even acknowledge y'all as all stars. We just 10-26. We just gonna have dunk contest, 3-point skills, rising star, and that's it. That'd be sick. It's gonna have to be something dramatic for the players to finally turn around and be like, all right, bro, let's tighten up here and give them something. Because what else can do? We can't keep throwing money at them at this point. Because then it's gonna have to be more money. 1 million ain't enough. Gonna make it 2. 20 enough. Make it 5. So this just like, all right, we ain't doing it this year. Don't have to sign up after that. So it's gonna have to be dramatic, drastic measures to get them finally get back to hooping.
Yeah, man, I don't know, bro. I hate that it even gets to that point to where it's like, man, just let them young boys go out there and hoop. But that's kind of what it is coming down to. You know what I mean? Like, y'all just don't want to hoop, bro. At the end of the day, y'all don't want to hoop. Y'all can blame everybody y'all want to. You can blame Adam Silver. At the end of the day, if y'all went out there every year and hoop and just play hard a little bit, I ain't saying it got to be the NBA Finals, but at least if y'all played half decent defense, and then in the second half, fourth quarter, y'all really picked it up, played like it was a regular game, it would still be East and West to this day. There would be no changes. It would just be East and West to this day.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all can't do that. So don't get mad when people make changes. And like, I know you don't keep up with the NFL like that, but like in the NFL with the Pro Bowl is they All-Star. You know what I mean? Then they play when you a Pro Bowler, you basically an All-Star in the NFL. Everybody can play in the Pro Bowl game is the week before the Super Bowl. So everybody that's a Pro Bowler that's not in the Super Bowl plays. So like Patrick Mahomes, all them guys, obviously Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, that was in the Super Bowl, obviously don't be in the Pro Bowl. Everybody else that gets voted in or however they do it can go, is eligible to go.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me why Lamar Jackson opts out, Josh Allen opts out. Keep in mind now they just played. They played the week before. Josh Allen played the week before, and Lamar Jackson played the week before that. And they neither one of they opts out. And they said Josh Allen had to get some minor surgery or something on his shoulder, but it just threw for 250 yards the week before. Like, you know what I mean? Them guys don't. They just don't go because the Pro Bowl is a flag football game now. They just said because y'all ain't trying to tackle none of that. Y'all not playing hard, and I get it. It's football, a lot more dangerous, a lot more injury prone than basketball. But they didn't turn it into a flag football game to give it a little more, make it a little more enjoyable for the fans. We get to see basically a 7-on-7, whatever. So you still get to display the athleticism of the receivers and the DBs and the safeties and the arms of the quarterback, all that good stuff. Because that's really what you want to see. You want to see them throw the ball around, and that's entertaining. But they playing defense and stuff now because like we don't got to tackle you, ain't nobody finna take your head off, but we are gonna defend you so you can't say you cooked me or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough. But you got stars like Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen that opt out. That happens regularly, and nobody says a word. Nobody says anything. But then we get to the All-Star game, and y'all show up talking about, man, if they lose, you only get 8 minutes of stuff. It's stars in the NFL that literally don't play because they don't want to be here. Like, because they just lost in the playoffs. They ain't go to the championship. They ain't go to the Super Bowl. Like, man, I don't want no Pro Bowl. I don't want to go play no 7-on-7 flag football. And then we go in the NBA and y'all mad because we letting rookies play on Sunday. Y'all ain't trying to hoop for real. Like, y'all don't want to hoop, dog. These NFL guys, that don't mean something to them. If they ain't in the final, if they ain't in the championship, like, man, I don't want that Pro Bowl, man. I don't want to play no 7-on-7. The guys that's there, they trying not. The receivers trying to cook the DBs. The DBs trying not to get cooked. They trying to lock up. That means something to them. But y'all show up and don't want to hoop, and y'all talking about, man, oh, these guys don't deserve to play on Sunday. You dang near don't deserve it. If you gonna keep doing that, you don't deserve it. Like, bro, stop. Let's stop that, man. Let's stop this. Stop acting like y'all just. The world don't owe y'all nothing. I know you think you do because y'all NBA, y'all all that. We big fans. Don't get me wrong. But y'all are not owed playing on Sundays. Y'all not on All-Star Sunday. Y'all not owed no certain amount of like leeway when it comes to this. Because at the end of the day, it is your fans and the fans of basketball who put that money in your pocket. The people who want to see you play are the reason you in the All-Star game. So you showing up and not giving the people the like, I don't even know, like the common decency to play like you regularly play. Don't gotta go out there and be no superstar on the court during the All-Star game. If you are, that's great. If you drop 50, that's great. It's amazing. We love to see it. But to have the common decency to at least play like you in a regular game and not BSing around with kids, that's a slap in the face to people who really want to see you hoop. And I don't think they really see it that way. Like, that is a slap in the face. We voting y'all in. Y'all got millions of votes. Millions of people voting just to see you play in the All-Star game. And y'all ain't got the common decency to even play like you normally play on a random Tuesday. I could have watched you on TNT. I just...
Yeah, I often think about like the All-Star game is the most intimate setting you can have with your fans. Like that's the one weekend where it's about performing for the fans. Like that's the one opportunity you have to truly say we appreciate the fan. Like that's the one time where you can show love and see it given right back. I took the time out to vote for you. I'm making sure, man, I gotta vote for my favorite player, man. I gotta make sure he get in. I gotta make sure he's a starter. A fan's doing that, bro. Like, yes, I get the votes are split up. I get that the votes players and I don't care about that part, bro. You need the fans to vote you in, bro. Some 8-year-old somewhere is like, bro, I gotta make sure my boy Giannis is starting. I don't want him to be on the team. I want him to make sure he's a starter. I gotta vote my boy in. Matter of fact, I want to make sure he's number one, so he can be the top in the East. Man, my boy SJ clowning this year, bro. He finna be MVP. I gotta vote him in. Guess how you say thank you? Not hooping, doing nothing. That's how they say thank you for voting me in. That's what they're saying, and it feels like the NBA is begging at it. Like, you think the NBA wants to sit here and think about how to keep from 2000 to 2025? You know, the one thing the NBA does not have any problem with changing what the All-Star game was, and I'm willing to bet money on this, changing the name over to the Kobe Bryant Award. That's the most I feel like they want to do. Like, oh man, let's figure out a new name for the trophy. Oh, cool. The Kobe Bryant Award. That's the one change I feel like they absolutely love. Trying to finagle and rope all this other stuff in, bro. It's like, come on, man. The NBA don't want to sit here and waste brain power and all this money to do market research and have meetings about the All-Star game like this, man. That's money, bro. Think about that when contract time comes in. No, we need more money because we got to figure out how to stop BSing the All-Star game for y'all. That can be in y'all pocket, bro. Like, but no, y'all don't want to not hoops. Now the NBA has to take more money away from actual resources to give better experience for the fans, because y'all taking away the one core opportunity to put on a show for the fans, like on one of the biggest stages the NBA has. Like, come on, man. Like, it's frustrating, bro. For this to be an ongoing thing, we don't want to get hurt. We don't want to have this. We don't want to have that, bro. You're not gonna get hurt, bro. This ain't y'all ain't hooping against the fans. You're not gonna get hurt. When's the last time somebody got hurt All-Star game?
When Kobe broke Buddy nose.
And guess what happened? That was it. No, D-Wade broke Kobe nose.
Yeah, my fault.
Yeah. And then that's it, bro. That's it. That's the only, and that was how long ago? Because Kobe been retired for how long? Since 16? It's almost 10 years ago. So that happened probably like 12. So it's been over 10 years since we had any level of injury in the All-Star game.
Nah, you tripping. I'm pretty sure that was like 15, 16 years ago. Because you got to think about this Kobe and Dwayne Wade in the All-Star game. So
Yeah.
you talking about probably like 16 plus years ago. Got to be.
And that's the last time we had any level of incident. Part is because the past few years they've been BSing, not hooping. But even before then, bro, like since 2000, we haven't had an injury. Nobody in the 2000s got hurt. That's when they was hooping. And it's like, bro, what is this made up thing of wanting to get hurt in the All-Star game? It's not gonna happen, bro. You're playing against the most elite professional people who aren't trying. Not different. Somebody's trying to hurt you, and you got beef with somebody. Yeah, I can understand that. But nobody gets hurt in the All-Star game, bro. If the worst you have is a broken nose, you can recover from that, brother. That's not going to stop you from hooping like that. And you got the weekend to recover after that, man. You got the All-Star break. So I'm not trying to downplay that, but at the same time, it's like it's a broken ankle or your ACL or something like that, bro. Your Achilles. Like nobody has that injury, man. So for them to keep throwing it out there, we don't want to get hurt. Who? I understand this thing. If the Paul George injury happened All-Star weekend, I would understand. I would absolutely get it. I would understand at that point. I'd be like, I feel you, because that was crazy. But at the same time, that was a freak injury. It's not a commonplace thing. So if Kobe hurt his Achilles that game, I would chill on the All-Star game, ain't trying to do that no more. I would understand. But this is some made up stuff that they just want to hoop, bro. So as a fan, it's just frustrating, man, because, we wait for that, man. Like, All-Star weekend's one of them times, man. Dunk contest, we can't wait to see it. Oh, man, can't wait to see the new moves they're finna pull out. Man, I can't wait to see Kobe go at D-Wade and Kobe go at Bron. SGA versus Luke. I'd love to see that. Man, Steph versus Trey. Kyrie versus Dame. I can't wait to see it. We ain't seen none of that stuff no more, man. So it's just frustrating at this point, man. There's going to have to be some dramatic moves made to get the All-Star game back to where it wants to be, because it's either just going to be keep having excuses for the players, or the NBA going to have to be like, look, owners, I know we're going to lose a lot of money this year, but we canceling the All-Star game. I'm sorry, but that's it, man. Like, they're going to have to take that L and just be drastic as hell just to make that jump, get a point across, because honestly, I don't even know what else we can do at this point. Like, I think we are running out of ideas outside of make the All-Star game count for the finals. That's the only other thing I could think, because at this point, bro, it's like, what else can we do to make the dudes hoop? So
a lot of people have suggested the USA versus World thing, but then you start Xing out a lot of other people that could have been All-Stars, or adding people that wasn't. Because it's like because I feel like they would play hard in that instant because they want to prove something. Both sides want to prove something.
My slight pushback on that is, how long would that actually last? Like, the competitive edge of it. Like, I don't know how long it's really going to last.
I don't either. If that one time they do it, the first time, it's definitely going to probably be competitive. But if you kept doing it, I don't know. Probably it wouldn't last. I don't think.
That's at max a 3-year thing. At max. Because you're going to have that pride of... So let's say U.S. wins the first year. No, let's say U.S. lose the first year and the world wins. That next year, you're going to be like, okay, boom, we got to get back.
Yeah, for sure.
And the tiebreaker probably after that is probably the best it's going to be, because after that, it's like, all right, we're topped out. Now we got 2 for 1. So the only way that becomes a thing is if the U.S. keeps losing. That's the only way it becomes a thing. The only way. Like you said, the issue runs into of, well, why in the world is LaMelo Ball not in, and this dude from whatever foreign country's in, just because he's from a foreign country? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, you can still give people that accolade, but now they ain't in the game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you playing USA versus World, you only got. I mean, you can expand. I do think they need to expand the number of All-Stars also, but if you made like a 15-man roster, now certain people ain't getting in like that too. You know what I mean? But like the World team, you gonna really have to throw some guys on there that probably don't belong. Like, you got Yoke, you got Wembyama, you got SGA, which is from Canada, obviously. You got Alperen Sengun.
You probably gonna go a good 8, 9 deep on the world side.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. Now you got to just add people,
yeah,
and that ain't necessarily what you want to do. And then on
like
the
you don't want
U.S.
to see Patty
side, you
Mills
got
in
to
that
drop
joint,
off.
bro.
Yeah, like this ain't the Olympics. And then on the U.S. side, you got to drop some people off. Like you go have the Olympic team basically. You got Steph, KD, Bron, AD, Bam. You know all them guys. Because now you combine the East and West.
Mm-hmm.
Like so now you got all the NBA to pick from for one team, and you gonna leave some people out. That's just how it's gonna go. Now if you made and you ain't got enough international stars to make two separate international teams. Either. Like you could do an East and West American squad. You can't do no East and West international team. It ain't enough guys to go around. So that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
okay. This is what we can do. All right.
Hmm.
So do a U.S. East versus West All-Star game.
Hmm.
All right. And keep the tournament style so whoever wins, they play the world team. That it could get a little bit more competition out of them. So it's like, I want to be the team that beat the world team. So now you're going to see Dame, who's on the East? Dame, Trae Young, um, Tatum, Brown, whoever else go against Wemby, Bron, KD, Steph, and like who's gonna hold the crown for us? Because just off that roster, what I said, he should be smacking the West. But Ant-Man on the West, SGA, Luca.
I'm finna say I don't know about that,
So
brother. You got Steph, KD, Bron, AD, and Ant-Man in the West. I don't know about that one. I mean, Bron and AD ain't played, so they might would have lost. And Ant-Man, so they might would have lost. But if they was healthy, then that's a game. But
yeah, you're looking at Tatum, Brown, Trey, Dame,
Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley.
Embiid. Like it's looking real rough. But I think that's the level of competition you could have. Is like the preliminary is world versus world, East versus West, and whoever wins that goes against the world team. Because that's the only way I can see them really competing and having that pride back into it. And I think that could last long term because the world's catching up. So you might only have 9 dudes from the world, but then in 3 years, like let's say them boys from France, they may hit the league, and it's like, oh, now you got Wemby and 2 of his 12-foot homeboys hooping too. So now you got nothing but 7-footers looking at the floor. People like 6'8" and up because you got SGA at the one or Luca, both of them 6'6" and up. Then you got Wemby, Joker, and whoever else that's super tall going against, US boys. So that could get the level of competition going back in to where it's that tournament style, but it's a remix style to make it be pride on the line too. Because guess what happens? Let's say US mess around loses. Olympic time come around. Oh boy. You know the level of trash talk them boys are gonna have every game. We smacked y'all in y'all All-Star game. We smacked y'all in y'all game. I'm gonna take this goal home too, but get out of my face. We ain't hear none of that. Smacked your face in your hometown, in your country. Now you finna come over here and we smacking y'all again. FIBA time come around. Then we just smack y'all in y'all All-Star game. Then we just do that. Then what you on the court? All right, bet. Running back right here too. Them bragging rights right there.
For
You
real.
know, if that one thing players do have is pride. You hit that pride strong enough, they're gonna respond. So that could be a little thing, man. Make it East versus West USA. The winner of them can face the world for the actual championship for the All-Star weekend.
I mean, I like it. I think that'd be cool for sure. But like I said, you start. I don't know who gonna fill out that international team, man. You got Yo. It's going now. That starting five gonna be strong. Don't get me wrong. That
Oh
starting
yeah,
five is heavy. You got Luca. You got Yo. You got You got
SGA,
dog SGA. You got Giannis,
Wemby.
Wemby. Now they just big heavy, but that's solid though. That first five solid. And then after that, you got Sengun. You
Mm-hmm.
got Cat. If you take Cat, because he's
You got
Dominican.
Siakam.
Siakam. Trying to think. Shoot, DeAndre Ayton. He from like the Bahamas or something. I forget.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but that's a lot of bigs. What a guards at? What are international guards? I'm trying to think.
Shoot, just looking at the All-Star team, it ain't looking right, bro. So
That's what I'm saying. Like that bench, it gets spooky because now you ain't got no guards. Luka finna have to play the whole game. But yeah, I don't know. That's a solid idea though. I ain't gonna lie. I do feel like they for sure would compete. At least the first couple of times they did it, if they did it multiple years, I do think they would compete. But man, this shouldn't take all that, man.
that's what I'm saying, bro. Look at it from the NBA perspective. I feel bad for them. Like usually, I don't feel bad for the NBA side of stuff, but this is the only time I legit feel bad because it's like we're putting so much brain power into this game. Like we have to sit down and have meetings about not how can we market it better, not are we making sure we're getting the right players in. Like they should be worried about are we getting enough of the right players represented in, not making sure that we're getting the sponsors for it. Like there's certain problems that you want to have that you want to solve for, but how can we make the game more competitive should not be the top of the list for the NBA. So it's just frustrating to have to still deal with this for like 5+ years. Like the last one we had was like I think that first year they tried like the you had to win by 24 something like that. That's the last time I remember them actually competing.
They got to that target score. Whoever got to the target score first, and then they had to score 24 more points to win, and that was like the winning score, if that makes sense. So if the target score was 100, the first team to get to 100, they got to score 124.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say the other team had 98, they also had to get to 124. That's how it went.
Yeah.
And I wasn't mad at that either because it was respectful to Kobe, all that good stuff. But man, this last thing I'm gonna say on it, bro. As somebody who's worked with kids a good bit, I know you train kids and stuff too, but like I've done like summer camps and out of school camps and stuff. Not just athletes, like not just basketball players, just camps. Kids. When you play games with kids and you try to make everybody participate, you always have those few kids that don't want to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You always have them few kids that want to just be on the side with their iPad, or maybe they want to draw or color. Draw or color, whatever they want to do. They always want to do something else. They want to beat themselves. They're not athletic. They don't like sports and activities like that, which is cool. I get it, but you gotta make them do some of those things because you don't want them to go home and their parents be like, "What y'all do at camp?" "Oh, I just drew and played on my iPad."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You gotta make them do some stuff. So you know what you do to make kids play? You give them that small incentive, whether it be good or bad. You got to give them an incentive. You can say, whichever team win can eat snack first or whatever, something that they all want, or whatever team lose, you can't play the first 15 minutes or something like that. When we have free play, we won't have free play first, whatever. Y'all can go to lunch first. It's something that they want to see. That's how you get kids to play. And these grown men, but you got to treat them like kids sometimes because they act like kids sometimes. You got to start giving them that incentive, whether it be money or whether it be taking the All-Star game away. And just saying, you know what? For now on, it's going to be 15 All-Stars and 15 of the Rising Stars playing against each other because that's going to make y'all hoop. Now, the other 12 people that's supposed to whatever it's supposed to be that get All-Star nods, we're going to give y'all that nod. We're going to give y'all that accolade, but everybody ain't going to play. Only the people that opt in going to play because everybody don't want to hoop. So now you missing out on half the All-Stars. And then now you got guys like, oh, but we want to see so-and-so, so-and-so. Like, nah, they ain't want to hoop. Let's just call it is. We're going to give you the nod, give you the accolade, your basketball reference page going to give you that extra star. But when it comes to the game, you ain't playing. You don't want to hoop. Watch out.
Honestly, I don't think they should get that though, because that now you messing with money now. Because contract wise, let's say Trae Young, for example, that matters to him, like financially, to be like, yo, he's an all-star, and then that little snide of like LeBron being like he has the most all-star nods, like little stuff like that over time adds up.
Right.
Like, don't even give him the nod, because that's still like a level of bragging rights to where, oh, I can get my money and I ain't got to hoop. Cool. No, you get nothing. Like, you get nothing. I don't care how you play, bro. You get this weekend is irrelevant for you unless you gonna hop up in dunk contest or 3-point contest. It's a weekend off for you, but that's all you get. You get to watch some competitions and enjoy whatever city we're in. But whatever financial bump you thought you was finna get, whatever basketball credibility bump you was about to get, is all gone. Just because you boys don't want to hoop, man. And I hate to be like so cynical about it, but it feels like you said, it feels like we're working with kids here. And I get these grown men can't make them do what they don't want to do. I feel you. But at the same time, this is how you repay your fans that spend a lot of money and a lot of time invested into you in your career. That's how you're repaying them. Understood. Thanks. But I don't know, man. Like it's a lot at this point, man. And I get we kind of just making a big deal about this, but like this is one of the few opportunities that NBA fans and NBA players can feel connected. Like I have that direct impact into this player's career. Like that's the level of what this is. Like you don't get to see how me buying a ticket and go to a game impacts him. You don't see or feel that at all. But you can see my vote mattering and saying that, oh, Giannis got 19 million votes. I know I was one of them. Or I know I had about 20 of them. And I get to see that. And I get to go to the game if they're playing in Milwaukee and see him hoop. If I'm from Oakland, I see Dame and Steph hooping. I know I had an impact in that. You know how much fan interaction they have? Like they get to see them just shoot around. They have practice and stuff. I get to see them do that. Like, bruh, that's a lot of money to do that stuff, bruh. So you spend a couple hundred, probably for real, thousands of dollars for that weekend. Just to have that. Okay. Your fans thank you. They appreciate that. So I don't know. But the last idea I want to have or thought I want to get off is like I think it's a level of kind of backhandedness with this. Of like give certain players their all-star nod, but don't let them hoop in the game. So thinking of this is like Rudy Gobert. Is he all-star level player? Had a great year. Cool. Not this year, but just in history. Yeah. Nobody wants to see that man in the game. Nobody. I think even Jazz fans would have been like, I'm content not seeing him play. I would much rather see dunks and fast break points rather than him go out there and rebound the ball a couple times. Like, that's it. So I think we should give players a nod, but then like, bro, you get like half a star because you ain't hooping in the game. So last little thing I want to throw out there. I know that ain't fair. That's like a backhanded compliment, but I think
it's better like the Pro Bowl, like I said earlier, like just let guys opt out. If you want to opt out, that's fine. If you don't want to hoop, that's fine. We're gonna still give you the nod, we're gonna still give you accolade. Just don't hoop. Let the guys that want to play be there. You know what I mean? And if that means we got to send J-Dub out there for the Western Conference team because a lot of guys didn't want to hoop, then we send in J-Dub. J-Dub was an all-star, but you know what I mean. If we are seeing a guy that wasn't necessarily voted in or whatever, we doing that because these guys want to hoop. And I think that's the better way to go about it. Like, y'all don't want to play, man. Y'all don't want to hoop. And don't go out there and BS around. Like, this is a way you can still get that contract money for being an all-star or whatever, all that good stuff. But you're not going to get the bonus if the team win, the West team win, and you was a Western Conference all-star, but then who you don't get that. You don't get, whatever. You don't get to be in front of the fans. You just get the accolade. They'll announce that you made it. But if James Harden don't want to hoop, okay. Thank you, James. We appreciate it. Kyrie, you star. It's like, that's just how I feel, bro. Just don't let guys play. Lamar Jackson don't want to be in the Pro Bowl. Nobody says anything. Josh Allen don't want to be in the Pro Bowl. No one says anything. Joe Burrow don't want to be in the Pro Bowl. Nobody says anything. Let's just let guys opt out. They don't want to be there. Just let them opt out. They don't want to play. I think that's okay too. And now, and that helps us as fans because it's like, you're going to let your fans down if you don't show up and hoop. So you can either opt out and people going to be disappointed because like, man, I voted you in, or you got to show up and hoop. One of the two things. Because other people want to do it. Just show up and hoop, dog. And if you don't want to hoop, then sit out. You're gonna disappoint your fans, whatever. But at least we get a better product at the end of the day. So I don't agree with I don't agree with saying don't let these guys play or don't let this guy play, because then who do you decide who plays and who doesn't? Is it just gonna be like an eye test thing? Like, he ain't hooping, bro. KD next year we ain't doing it. Like, nah, let guys just opt out. And just let them opt out, and let coaches coach too. Let the coaches pull guys that ain't hooping. Like, he ain't trying to hoop. SGA.
That's the real thing, bro. But have a coach that's willing to do that too. Like, oh, you ain't hooping?
Business.
Cool. You done.
Like, for you ain't coaches get money too.
Yeah, I want that check.
Yeah, stand on business. Hey, SGA, go get him. He ain't hooping. Don't let it be a meal. Like, when they increase the money and guys still ain't hooping, them coaches want to win. Because the coaches ain't getting what the players get. Mm-hmm. Man, I go yank somebody off the bench like a high school coach. Man, go get him, man. He out here BSing around. Oh, I'm sick of looking at it. Go, boy, I'm telling you, boy, I go high school coach on him. Get him. I want him out. Get him out. I might call a timeout to pull somebody if you playing too much. I get a
Greg Popovich. All 5 of y'all get him. Get him out, man.
Man, coach, bro. Let me
1,
tell
2,
you,
3, 4, 5 plus 5. Get him out. I don't care, bro. Get him out of here, man. I'm sick of this, man. He ain't hooping.
Hey,
3 plays in a row.
You get to have, bro. I done had them relationship with my coaches. The guy that I'm subbing in for normally, if he go out there, he messing around, ain't doing that, my coach turn around, he'd be like, I'm telling you, boy, you go out there BS if you want to. Nah, all right. I'm going. Yep. He ain't got to talk. He ain't got to say go get him. None of that. I'd be like, and I'll be gone. I'm at the table. But yeah, man, I think that'd be something that could help a little bit. Let guys just opt out. If you don't want to hoop, bro, we're going to give you the accolade. We're going to give you the money for your contract, whatever the contract incentive. We're going to give it to you. Just don't hoop. We want a better product. Just don't hoop. It's okay. We good. We got 30 guys almost all-star level. We'll be okay. So.
Yeah. I think it's only really going to be like as far as like the big name people, Kyrie and Steph going to show up.
Yeah.
Wemby.
The old heads and the young guys, they the ones that hoop, because they know they ain't got many left, and the young guys happy to be here, don't know how many they gonna get. The guys like the Ant-Mans, the SGAs, the Cats, them guys that's in 5 All-Star games, 5 or 6, they used to it. They know they got that sense of entitlement, like, it's cool to be here, but I'll be back, all that good stuff. It ain't fresh on them no more. Them the guys that don't play hard, in my opinion. They come in, they just show up, they happy to be here, they are finna get some threes up, chill. But the old heads, they gonna hoop at the end. Bron, KD, Steph, all that. They might not go hard the whole time, but they want to win. Mm-hmm. And then the young guys just gonna go hard because they young, they happy to be here. Them guys that's in between, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, them guys, them the ones. It's like, y'all messing around. Just opt out.
I think some of the I think Ant-Man's the exception. I think he will go and compete out there some, but I think I agree with you with the Tatum and Browns. It's like, I'm chilling, I'm good. I think some of the OGs like that too, because Bron, he ain't trying to turn up to like the fourth quarter, because once again he about his money.
Yeah, and I'm with that. I ain't mad at that. Play halfway decent through the whole game, and fourth quarter we turned up to at least a regular game feeling. I'm good with that. But the whole time y'all just messing around, scoring 150 points, like, nah, bro. I'm all right. I'm cool.
Cause you know what's crazy, man? Like, go back to like 06, 07 All-Star game. Them boys still put up numbers, but they was hooping too.
Yeah, because you got the best of the best on the court. There's gonna be points scored.
Yes.
So that's not the point. That's not the problem. The problem is y'all not trying at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. So, yeah,
man. That's it, man. It's We gonna spend like a whole hour talking about this joint, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So
It don't
whatever,
mean
man.
something to me.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. We're gonna see what come out next year. But Steph might have been on something with this tournament style. I don't think it's all the way there, but it's a good step in the right direction of what it possibly could be. Maybe next year they build upon it and make it be another thing, but I don't know. Maybe it has to be US versus world to get them boys back hooping. Might have to do what I said, make it US versus US, East and West again to go against the world. I don't know. But there's some out there to get these boys back to hooping. It might just be like you said, to be dramatic and be like, we ain't hooping this year. All of it's done. Like, you ain't getting no money. You ain't get nothing, no boost to your contract, nothing, bro. If you ain't hooping Saturday, or you ain't hooping Friday, or competing Saturday, that's it, man. Sunday's just gonna be a day off for you. You can party, you can do whatever. Ain't no All-Star game. That's it. So I don't know what the thing gonna be is, man. But it's just as a fan of the game, man. Like we ain't trying to come out here and just bash the game because like, man, we grew up with this stuff, man. So it's a little frustrating to see, you know,
What it's
our
turned
time
into.
and yeah, our time on it being wasted and just seeing how not corrupt, but just how polluted it feels and just how watered down it is, man. Because to see all that talent at one time and see nothing outcome, no good outcome from it until maybe the last 5 minutes, maybe it's a little frustrating, man. But what y'all think, man? What ideas y'all got? Because as you see, we don't know either. We just two hoop fans talking to the other hoop fans trying to figure this thing out. So let's know what y'all thoughts are on the All-Star game. Is Mac McClung taking Vince Carter's spot as the greatest dunk contest performer? Let us know. Was Aaron Gordon the most robbed player in dunk contest performance history? I dare to say yes. I dare to say Aaron Gordon should have, at worst case, been tied. But, you know, that's another conversation for another day. But we appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all subscribe because it's a lot of fire we come out with, man. If y'all enjoyed this, y'all should go back and watch the other stuff because that was fire too. But appreciate y'all, man. See y'all on the next one.